Hello everyone, it's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. Let's talk a little bit more about this recent update, the April-May update.
Hey Aptera fans, today I'll be going over the great progress we've had over the last month and a half. And I have a major announcement, so watch till the end. Last month, we completed testing our beta vehicle at the Blauco Proving Grounds in Italy with Denisi Engineering.
Okay, so Denisi Engineering, I looked them up. They are an Italian automotive engineering firm. They do some prototyping, simulation, virtual stuff. But I think the thing that they're doing for Aptera is this road testing thing. What they do is they test prototypes, concept cars, and early production cars, and they just have a good way of doing this. So I think like Aptera was doing this already on their own, but maybe they decided they needed to get a second set of eyes on the beta prototype. So you see the beta prototype here. Now we were told that that they were testing suspension in Italy, and I just assumed that they were testing the PI suspension, like the prototypes of the PI suspension arms and the suspension geometry were already built out, and they had a mule or something working on that suspension. But it looks like this is still the beta suspension that was there, a year or two ago. And I don't know how that this is gonna, go to the PI build, because the stamping and the parts look totally different if you look at the renders. But maybe maybe the geometry is the same, and they can use this geometry and extrapolate it to the PI geometry. I'm not sure. I'm not an automotive suspension engineer, but I just thought that that was what's the case. But evidently they're testing the beta and maybe just doing different kinds of tests.
Italy with Denisi Engineering. This testing was used to complete our final correlation of our virtual suspension model with how the suspension performs in real-world situations. We tested.
Okay, so, maybe it's this virtual testing thing. There's a couple other things that they didn't do that Denisi is able to do.
Lateral and longitudinal dynamics such as frequency slip and harsh deceleration. Now that this testing is complete, beta is retired, and with this correlation complete, we now have the necessary tweaks to our final suspension geometry and have released our chassis and suspension for our PIs to be built.
Okay, so they released the PI suspension to be built. I guess they're just gonna go straight to the full PI build suspension. I kind of thought that the way it would work is you build a single prototype of the PI build and test that on a physical model. But they're doing the testing off the beta suspension, and it seems like they got enough information off of that to just go straight to the physical build in terms of like mass production models. Or does this mean that they are now going to make a single prototype of the PI build and they're going to test that out? I'm not sure how it works. I'm going to try to get some clarity from Aptera on this point and see if what this means is now they've dialed in the production suspension geometry and everything, and they're just ready to go, and they know that this is going to work, or they need to build a prototype and they're going to tweak it some more before they go to the PI build. Depending on what that is, then we'll have a better idea of where we are on the timeline for the suspension.
We don't have the first chassis on site yet, but we're making amazing progress in San Diego. The wiring harness team has recently completed initial cable routing for every component in the vehicle, and we're receiving shipments of specific connectors and wires for our first drivable production vehicles as we speak. The electrical system.
Okay, so they're starting to get parts in to build the actual vehicle. They said the wiring, that the PI build they got from CPC, it was mainly a wiring mule, and they said they did most of that. It would be nice to see some pictures of the wiring in that chassis.
Systems team is currently undergoing benchtop verification and testing for the PI build components. The engineering team plans to complete the first PI milestones by the end of May. That way, when the chassis and the body structure arrive, components can be installed right away. In the last update, we mentioned kicking off our seating and lighting suppliers. Well, this month we've ordered the window regulator assemblies, wiper assemblies, washer assemblies, latches, horns, our speaker system, and our production glass, just to name a few. I know there's a lot that goes into building our production vehicle. Parts arriving daily, and we'll keep you updated on the big ticket items as they do. In the meantime, I thought it would be fun to meet.
Okay, so it looks like they are like ordering stuff in earnest. So they are gearing up to build this PI thing, which is pretty cool. And we need to, looks like they're planning on finishing up a lot of the component validation by the end of May. So maybe we're looking at end of June before we see a drivable PI build. That's another thing I'm going to ask them.
Some of the engineers making the Aptera a reality.
Hello, my name is Manny. I'm a firmware engineer here at Aptera.
Hi, my name is Niklas. I'm an electrical systems engineer at Aptera.
Hi, I'm Trisha. I'm the director of electrical systems.
Okay, so I found out Trisha is actually Steve's wife. So she's been at Aptera since 2021. She was at Flux Power previously. Both her and Steve were there. And then there was FamGrow Farms. That was another thing that Steve was doing. And then she was with the original iteration of Aptera back in the day as well.
Hardware here at Aptera.
Hello everyone, my name is Juan and I'm the wire harness engineer.
Hi, my name is Marcelo Esposito. I work in
Okay, Marcelo is the engineer that we saw in this.
My name is Marcelo Esposito. I grew up in
Back
Argentina.
in
I love
December.
skateboarding. I'm a life.
And let's see.
Aptera as an
month
engineer doing research and development.
My name is Reed Thurber. I'm the lead solar engineer here at Aptera.
Hi, my name is Shrikant Chopre. I am Senior Engineering Manager, Body and Closures.
What's your name? Having fun. Hello.
Always. Hey, my name is Flo, and I'm part of the Aptera team. I work in the engineering systems team.
Hi, my name is Sonia, and I'm a member of the customer success team.
Our incredible people are what make.
Okay, so it looks like Aptera is higher. There's some people that they mentioned in here. They've been there for a while. They're even on the website. But there's a bunch of new people that we haven't seen before. So it looks like maybe Aptera is feeling good about their finances and is starting to hire up again. So I take that as a good sign.
Makes Aptera so special. And there's one person I'd like to introduce you to today. Meet Tim Vaughn, leading up our.
Okay, so we talked about this battery stuff in the video a few days ago. All right. So tell me what you think. Is hiring up more people, is that a good sign for Aptera? Or is this like something they're necessarily having to do to get to the end, but they're still tight on the budget? Or do you think that they're feeling strong about the finances? And if any of you guys are more knowledgeable about how car design works, explain to me this suspension thing. You think they got enough information using the virtual suspension modeling and then the real world testing of the beta, which is kind of close but not exactly the PI build, to go right to mass production suspension geometry and suspension parts? Or do you think that this means that they're gonna now build a prototype suspension and test that? All right, well, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.